from becoming Jesus again.
Okay, because that guy doesn't exist. There is no perfect person in human
So
history.
why was there the
Other
perfect
than
person
Jesus.
to begin with?
I'll tell you, because God alone is perfect. So when God comes into this world, he does so to save the rest of us from the punishment we deserve. He's not just another person like us who's just exceptional and therefore can do things we can't do. God actually chooses to come as a man, to endure life as a human, to suffer the punishment that sinful people deserve so that he can offer us forgiveness. He takes our place so that we don't have to go to hell.
But why is the eyewitnesses in the Bible right, and the
Yep.
909 and other religions that have also eyewitnesses in their versions not
They-
right?
They're not
versions are
they're not
proper messed
eyewitnesses.
up as well sometimes.
The other religions in the world, you have a look, they're not eyewitness testimony, they're autobiographical. So you compare the Bible. So the Bible is written by 40 authors spanning 16 centuries of history. 40 authors, 16 centuries. The Quran is written by Muhammad in his own lifetime. Entirely himself. He writes his own books. Buddha writes the entirety of the Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna writes the Vedas, right? That's Hinduism, Buddhism, and Islam. They're autobiographical. They're written by the author themselves, writes their own ideas, their own thoughts, their own things. Whereas the Bible isn't written by one guy in a vacuum just with his own ideas. The Bible is actually written by eyewitnesses recording what God does, says, and promises in front of them. So Moses writes about the things that happened there, and Samuel writes about the things in front of him, and Daniel in front of him, and the apostles
I totally
when
respect
Jesus is there.
But now, don't you know, this is something that happens in all humankind. When something happens
Mm-hmm.
and it gets passed on for generations and generations and generations of story, it always becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Just like every story, people
Sure.
always exaggerate the story more as soon as time,
Sure.
as long as time
Yep.
goes on,
Yep.
the story gets more and more
Yep.
exaggerated.
Right. Except this is not how we get the scriptures or the Bible. The Bible we have comes from the 1st century. We have documents in the original language from the 1st century. So there was no time for it to be exaggerated and emphasized because the guys who write it, the copies that we have are written by the apostles themselves, the original authors. Second to that, we know that it's consistent because the 4 different gospel writers, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, each write their accounts independent of one another at different times through their travels and don't disagree with one another. So if you have a pardon?
How do we know it was them who wrote it?
Yeah, because in order for something to be consistent, with other eyewitnesses, you also have to be an eyewitness. At the time that it was written by, so Mark's Gospel is by about 48 AD, Matthew's Gospel about 52, Luke's is about 54. Like all their Gospels and John's is about 70. So all of the Gospels are written within the lifetime of these original eyewitnesses. They're written from the perspective of an eyewitness, and they record information that only the eyewitness could know. Yeah, I'd say there's no reason to not believe that they're written by eyewitnesses.
In God's complexion, if he's perfect, does that mean he has like random moles anywhere, or is he completely symmetrical?
Talking about God or Jesus, because God the Father doesn't have a body.
Jesus.
Jesus, on the other hand, does.
Right.
But Jesus
Does he come with
is like
defects?
us in every way.
Does he have defects? Does he have scars?
The perfection that's talked about describing Jesus is that he is morally perfect rather than physically, because it says he had no form or majesty that we should look at him. Like he's not special. He doesn't stand out. He would have been the normal height for a Jew in the 1st century with nothing special about him.
Also,
Yep.
is there a reason that loads of people become Christian after doing like some really bad, like they murdered or like come out of prison or something? Because you say,
yep.
Because it sounds like it's a lot of effort to get into heaven. So then it makes me think, why would people that have already
What do you mean?
really? Why would people that have already done bad shit be accepted into Christianity? And because they're already,
basically you're in too deep. That's it. You might as well
because
just go with
you're already are filled with so much sin, right? So
when you say it's a lot of effort to get into heaven, the whole point of it is it's a gift that you can't earn. And like seriously, if think about it this way, if someone's not trusting that Jesus pays for their sin, where do they go when they die?
Again, it could just be a visualization.
Wait.
If there's DMT released on death, it could just be anything.
Let's go back to...
But it's not though. DMT is not released on death. There's no evidence to support that claim. You go Google it. The first 10 results will tell you there's no evidence to support this claim. It sounds nice, but there's no evidence.
I would disagree. I would
Shit.
disagree.
Oh, that makes it shit, doesn't it?
Someone's not trusting that Jesus pays for their sin. Who's going to have to take their punishment?
Your parents.
Can
Well,
I ask,
they'd have to pay for it
who
themselves.
actually is?
They are
Who-
your
who-
creators. They
Who
will
is,
suffer.
who is going to take the punishment?
You know.
He said it was
What
Jesus.
if, what if you're not
Either
willing
this-
to take the rap, and so you go on these?
But you can't. But you'll take it even if you're not willing. So if someone trusts that Jesus has taken their punishment, Jesus has paid for it on the cross. If someone doesn't trust that Jesus has taken the punishment, they pay for it in hell. That's it. That's the separation between people going to heaven and hell. Who are you trusting in to take the punishment that you deserve for your act? You're trusting that Jesus has taken the punishment for your sin and actually relying on him paying your sin. It's it's a gift that received instantly upon relying upon him. The moment that you know that you're guilty and deserve hell, and therefore trust that Jesus has taken your punishment, it's done.
So did
And
God
that will
create?
have ongoing
could you speed
consequences.
up the process and like meditate? A Kundalini
You can't speed up a
meditation?
process that's instantaneous. It's the moment you trust in it, it's done. You're saved.
Who created Earth?
God.
Okay, so why are we going to Mars then? Did he make Mars as well? Saturn, everything else?
Yeah, he made the entire universe. Everything that exists is created by the
Right.
Creator.
So why did he make it so
No,
the
no,
sun would
wait.
eventually burn us?
What is beyond the event horizon?
No idea. You'll have to
So why
ask
would
the
he
Creator for that
invent
one.
the sun to eventually burn us one day to a crisp?
The
That's
sun
a
is keeping
question
us
you get a lot,
alive.
isn't it? Yeah. Probably.
The God creates a universe in which it is specifically designed for a certain amount of time. God's going to bring the world to the end and wrap up human history.
Why?
But why? Because the end goal of the universe isn't the universe. The end goal of the universe is the people in the universe to either know God and be with Him eternally, or to be under His punishment. The end goal of the universe is God's demonstration of who He is, for our good and for His glory. But
What's your stance on stem cell research?
so, I think as human beings, we have the ability to be mechanics, not engineers. So we can try and fix things that exist, but we shouldn't try and create new things. I don't think we have the authority to create new things. And so I think stem cell research in some aspects and some use cases is beneficial, and in other use cases is us trying to step outside the boundary of what authority we have.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, this is a different category. So there are areas in which you have a choice between two bad options, right? Because we're in a world that has problems. But that's not the majority, or probably even it doesn't even exist in our entire life, right? I don't know if you've ever punched someone up to keep someone alive, right?
Wait, sorry. What?
If we look at,
What's
I don't think you've ever beaten someone up to keep a girl alive, for example.
Oh, no.
Maybe you have, but like the point being, our life isn't a life where we've done things that you could say were good from one perspective, bad from another. Our entire life has been, I want to do this for myself, and therefore I'm going to, even if it costs someone else.
Yeah.
Like, to try and argue grey areas to justify what's clearly wrong isn't a good argument, because we've done what's clearly wrong, and we've demonstrated our sinfulness over and over and over.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you go.
I don't know. If life is a gift, don't you make the most of it? It's been given to us, Jesus died for us,
So making the most of life would be obeying the rules of the Creator, because who knows how life
back
is
to that.
best lived? Who knows how life is best lived, the Creator or the user? It is active. Yeah, I'm not on YouTube at the moment.
You're not streaming.
My
You're
friends,
not streaming.
No. My housemate was just streaming, but I'm not streaming. So I just have fancy cameras. So even when I'm on here, when I'm not streaming, so I'll show you very quickly.
Sure.
This is what. So let me see if I can do that. Can I choose a window? I can. I choose that window there. Just close that.
Oh my
So
word.
there's all my friends.
Everyone
There's
can
all my
hear me
friends.
right
They're
now.
all chatting. No one can hear you. So only Ryan's unmuted at the moment. So this guy here, they can hear him at the moment, not us.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
people can just, no one can hear you.
I think it was a
So
fair
you're-
debate
you're
anyway.
okay.
I'd like that. Yeah, sure.
But
Wait,
it would have been good. But
What
but,
does your
I-
shirt
yeah,
say?
not-
Let me see.
My shirt says hell will be filled with good people. So people who think they're good, go to hell.
Ah, so you're a bit of propaganda there, like that.
No, because think about it. All the people that you know that think they're going to heaven, aren't they the people who are really self-righteous, who think they're good people?
Possibly, but what about a priest?
Yeah, exactly. Don't these people think they're good people? Don't they go? Don't they give off the vibe that they're going to heaven because they're more righteous than you? Is that not been your experience with people who think they're going to heaven?
I suppose, but you don't know people's intentions, so it could be a lie covered up. You know,
It's
they
true.
might play on that all
It's
their
true.
life. Yeah.
The whole point of my shirt is that anyone who thinks they get to heaven based on how good they are is actually going to hell.
Sure.
Because no one's kept God's standards. The point
don't
is
believe
it's
in the ego.
counterintuitive to the way
Yeah.
Even though we
you
all
don't
have
believe in
one,
the ego.
obviously.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You just
You know
said
David
use the
Bowie?
word I.
Do you know David
sorry?
Bowie?
Yeah, the ego's a piece of shit.
I've heard of David Bowie.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
He's got the same pupils as you. You got like a green.
Oh,
one
he
here.
got punched.
Oh, really?
Mine's actually
Yeah, what?
a genetic. I have heterochromia, so I'm twins that merged in the womb. So I got 2 sets of DNA in my body.
That's cool.
So I got 2 different eye colors. Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Well,
That's a sin.
yeah.
What the fuck?
It must be.
Chill out. Chill out, man.
Yo, chill out. Shh.
Dude.
But
Chill out.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, good
People
chatting to
get
you guys. My name's Matt, by the way. What were your names?
Yo, you got Buzz?
Luke.
Jonah.
Buzz, Luke, and Dana. Well, good chatting to you. If you ever want to chat further, if you have any questions, I don't know if you guys use Insta,
Yeah, you got,
but just say you
Got
chatted
his
to me.
Insta there. Nice, nice.
Oh, Insta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just say you chat to me because a few of us use it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm down for a debate anytime. Yeah.
Cool. Good. Yeah, you do TikTok now all the time, which is, I don't know if you guys use TikTok. I don't really, except for the stuff that we post on it.
No, no, for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care, man.
Cool. Well,
Hey, good talking.
great chatting to you guys. Have a good night. Yeah.
Take
Peace,
care.
man.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and keep tuned for more podcasts. Thanks, guys.